This video I am going to explain Spark RDDE with their wide transformation and the Spark RDD with the key value pair. So if you see the actual working functionality of the Spark, most of time we keep the key value pair in the RDD and we do all the transformations like the reduce by key, group by key, map values, sort by key. So we are going to do that exercise complete in this video, and this video I am going to do from scratch. You can just follow me as a hands-on session and you can do the same thing, right? And in my previous video I have already explained how to create the RDD and how to implement all the important action and what is the narrow transformations and what are the important narrow transformations are there. So I would recommend please visit my previous video to get the complete understanding of the Spark core engine, right? And please don't forget to subscribe my channel. I put a lot of effort to upload many more videos, and you will also tune with my all the coming videos, right? So let us start the coding. In this topic, in this video, we are going to talk about the what are the different transformations and the key value pair. So I will take all the data in the form of the key value pair, right? So in my previous video, I have already explained the action and the sum of the transformations. So in this, you are going to use the wide transformations. Wide transformation means your data is distributed across the different partitions, right? So now, as you know, we have to first create Spark context to start working. Spark context is the first interface. The interface, they will talk with the Spark engine. They will take all your equation and execute in the engine, right? So this is the entry point for the Spark. So I create one context and take some sample data. So the difference between my previous video and this video in the data set. So now you can see I have taken data in the key value pair. In my previous video, all the data was just one number, but here you see we have the data in the key value pair, right? 1, 2. So in this case, 1 is the key and 2 is the value. 3 is the key, 4 is the value. 3, 6 means 3 is the key and 6 the value, and so on. Now let me show the data. So data, you can see it is the 4 set of data we have, right? 5 set of data, 1, 2, 3, 4 set of data, right? So now one easy way, just we know that that what is the count. If you know the count, you just do and put the data and the count. It will show the count. So we have the 4 data set, right? It will show the count. Now if you see the count by values, what it will show, see. So 1, 2 data, how many data? 1, 2. So in this set 1, 2 is that set of data is the single data, so it's showing 1. But if you see 3, 4, so we have the 2, 3, 4, right? So it is showing 3, 4 is the 2 times, right? So this is used for the count by value. This is very important API that always wish to use that. And as we have already explained, if you want to show the first 2 data, so just show the top 2, it will data. Now if you want to sort the data, right? So sort by key. So this is the API sort by key. So what they will do, sorting would be based upon the key. So now this is the key 1, 3, 3, 3. So they have sorted the data in that on the basis of the key, right? And second, we have the one lookup. What it will do, let me paste these things here. So it will return all the value associated with the given key. So I have passed the 3. So all the data whose key is the 3, that will show. Try to understand. So it is showing only the one set. Why it is showing only one set? Because I have given the key 3. All the data whose key is 3, it is showing. So see, we have the 4 here, 6 here, and the 4 here. That's what it is showing. So this is very important API. You want to know how many we have the key, only key if you want to know. So we have the keys method, so you can use the key. The same way, if you want to see how many values are there, right? So you can use the values. So in this case, it is showing all the keys, it is showing all the values, right? So now Let me explain the map values. Is very important, one of the important API. So map values. I have already explained what is the map in my previous video. Here I am going to show the map values. So what I am doing, this map is based on the values, not on the key values. So they will take one data, one what, one the value, in this case 2 4 6 4, and apply this method. My method is the square, right? And 2a. So let me explain. So key is the same, they only change the c2, it become the 4, 4 become the 16. So they applied the map method on the value, that's why it is called the map value, right? So one small information, so some API is there only for the single data, not the key value pair. So those methods are the map, reduce, those we cannot execute here because this only for the key, only for the one data set. But in this video I'm going to explain the key value pair, right? Now one important thing is the reduce by key. This is very important. If you recall my previous video, I had explained the reduce method, but I'm going to explain what is the reduce by key. So suppose you have the one partition. Just take one example, right? In this partition, so I have the a. This is the key. This is the value, right? So key are not matching, so output is the same. Take the second partition, so take all the a, we have the 2a, it we add the 1 1 2, so a2, we have the 2b, take the value, add it, so b2. So they will aggregate in each partition, and once they will aggregate, then they will send to the data to the driver, right? So they will do all those things in the partition, then they will send it. So now if you see, it collect all the data for the aa1, aa2, aa3 from here, right? And do the all the addition 1 2 3 6, and they do for the b also. So the important thing is that they will do the data operations in the partition itself. So take one example. So suppose I have already this method of the data, and let me call the reduce by key on this method, right? So what I am doing here, reduce by key. So here you can say reduce by key means for the one, if key is matching, then reduce on the value, right? So for the one, we have only one data, so there is no change, 1 2, right? But for the 3, we have the 3 data. So what the method is there, x plus y. So for this key 3, take each element and add over there. So 4 plus 6 14, 40, 4 plus 6 10 plus 4 14. So output is equal to 314, right? So, and on top of that, we have some other ready-made APIs. Suppose if you want to know the max, means max for the each key. So for the one key we have one data, it's okay, but for the 3 we have the 3 different data. Out of 3, which is the max value, max is c. So you can see, so this is called the reduce by key, very important. Similar kind of API we have the GroupBy Key. So you have to understand from your interview point of view also, this is a very common question in the interview, what is the difference between the reduce by key and the GroupBy Key. Let us understand again. So in the GroupBy Key, all the operation has been done in the partition itself, but in the GroupBy Key, this aggregation is not happening in the partition. What they will do, they will take all the data from the partition into driver, then do all the operations. So it is lot of unnecessary data they will going to bring, because in the reduce by key we did all the operation in partition itself, but in the group I am taking all the data and then do the operation in the driver. So data movement is huge, and we can achieve the same thing, but the performance wise it will be the difference. So let me do the one example over there to better understanding. So what I did, same data I'm going to I'm making the group by key, and let me show this number, show this data after grouping by. So what is doing, I printing the k, means k is the key and the list of value. So for the k value 1, key is 1, we have the 2 date 1 value, it is 2. For the key 3, we have the 4 values. So they this is the way we are grouping that. Okay, and we can group the same thing what we have done in the reduce by key. Same thing we can do it, right? So if you, so see, we have done the same thing here, right? This one output with the help of reduce by key, and we are doing the same thing with the help of group by key. But only difference is that your data movement would be more in the case of the uh, group by, right? As the way we did the group by, we can do the max also. So we can do the max. Now if you print the bb, you can see the max also for each one. So thing is that if you on ad hoc basis, on general, if you see, if you use the group by key with the map values, I have already explained the map values, then it is kind of similar to the reduce by key, right? So then what is the difference? I have already explained that the data movement would be the different, right? Now we have the another method, FlatMapValues, one of the also important thing. So let me take, we have this data, right? Now I'm going to use the flat map. You remember in my first video I had explained what is the flat map, but in this case I'm going to use the flat map value. So it will do the flat map on the each values, right? So if you see the, for the one, so for the one, for the two, right? So 1 and the 2, so what it will do, take that 1 is a key and 2 will pass in this method, range 1 and 2. I have already explained that range 1 comma 2 value is equal to 1. So for this output is here. Now take the 4, right? So if you pass the 4 in the range from 1 to 4, out to the 1 2 3. So now see, 3 key and output this one. So this output is for this one. For 6, output is equal to 3 1 2 5. So 3 1 2 5. So this is the flat map value, right? So this is also one of the useful thing. Okay, and then we will do some subtract by key. So for that, let me take, we have this RDD already, create one another RDD. So now we have the two, right? Now I'm going to use the subtract. How to do the subtract? So data subtract data dot subtract by key. So I'm doing by key. Okay, so useful, and so what I'm doing here, so try to understand. So in data subtract by key, right? So I have the key 1 3. So we have the two kind of key in the data, 1 and 3. And data 2, I have the 1 key 3. So all the 3 keys subtract from the data. So all these 3 data will be negative and remaining is equal to 1 and 2. And you can do the other way around also, right? So if you do the other way around, make the 2 here and 1 here. So what happened? Nothing, because this 3 is also here, so it will subtract, nothing will be there, right? So now we are going to use the join is the also one of the important and very useful. So what is join is says that you have the 2 here, we have the 3 here, based upon the key. So suppose if you see the violet color 1, violet color 4 and 3, so they will do the 1 4 1 3, right? So better we can take one example. So what I will do, I have already one data set, take another data d2, right? And now put the data join data 2 and so what it will do here. So see, data, we have this data, data 2 have the this data, right? We are going to join. So now for the 3, we have the 3 4, it will come here 3 9, right? Match both. So 3 is the key and the value is equal to 4 and 9, value is equal to 4 and 9, right? Now we have the 3 6 and we have the 3 9. So value is equal to 6 and 9 and key is equal to 3, right? Now we have 3 4 3 9, right? So 3 and 4 9 here it will become. So it's match with the key. If the same key are there in the both RDD, kind of the inner join, so they will do that, right? So now we understood how the inner join work with the help of the join API. Now let me explain what is the right outer join. So it will do if at least one key must be present. If you see, let me example, yeah, where key must be present in the first RDD. In first RDD, that key must be present. Let me explain what is the position. So data is the this data, right? And data 2 is the this data. So now is saying that that must be present in the first. So if you take the data 2 3 is present here, so it take the 3, it's working fine, no problem, the same as I explained the join. But that if you take the 4, so 4 is not here, right? So that's why 4 and showing the none means there is no any value for the key 4 in the data. Okay, now the same way you can use the wrapped outer join. So if you take the wrapped outer join, the same way, but key must be present in the other RDD, means that should present the DD data 2. Now see, as a 1 key is not there in the data 2, that's why for it is the none. So we explain the join, outer wrapped outer join and the right outer join, right? Now I have explained everything and let me just revise it, that if you see, these are the narrow transformation I have explained in the previous video, and the wide transformation I explained in this video, what is the distinct, intersection, reduce by key, group by key. So if you watch the both video, you will complete understand what are the things, important transformations are there. Thank you very much for this video. I would recommend please subscribe my channel, and thank you very much. Keep watching.